Now that has got to be the ultimate in Southern hospitality. Chocolate bourbon pecan pie bars. Look at those. Oh man. Hi y'all, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Okay, that's enough for the Southern accent, but this is the Southern dessert you didn't know you needed. It's gooey, chocolatey with a bit of booze. You know, yes, officer, I only had pecan pie. Well, it's a pecan pie, but not a pecan pie. We're making a chocolatey bourbon pecan pie bar. It's a belter. It's a cracking recipe. Let's crack on. In here I've got some flour. In there with some salt. Get your salt in. In there, powdered sugar. Give that a quick mix. Come on. In there with a whole load of butter. And mix it in. Oh, come on. This is going to give us a fantastic buttery crust. This is a shortbread biscuit crust. Now make sure your oven's on about 175, 350. We're going to bake this. This is getting baked first before we put our topping on. Now for the bourbon, you use any bourbon that you can get your hands on or what you like. I've got the old Jim Beam today. So we're doing the old Tennessee Jim Beam bourbon. Now all you're doing is making sure that you've got your flour incorporated in there, you know. We want a nice buttery shortbread biscuit base. Okay, look, that's a fantastic biscuit base there. Today we are using a 9x13 tray. You know, when you put something like this together, it's for an occasion. You know, you don't want just a little 4x6 square. 9x13 tray lined. So you guessed it, we want our biscuit base in there. So this is a shortbread biscuit and it is absolutely delicious. So it's going to be a shortbread crust. Find something that you use to squash it down with it being a whiskey glass or I'm using a spoon, anything. Just get that squashed into there. Make yourself a biscuit base. There you go. I'm not going to smooth it out any more than that. It doesn't really matter. It's a biscuit base. If it's not completely crushed in there, you can have a crumbly biscuit. It doesn't matter. Right, let's chuck that in the oven. We are baking that for about 15 minutes. Okay, when you've had your 15 minutes, we'll add that out of there. We'll bob that on there. We've got a nice light golden top, look. That gives us a chance to put our filling together. Now this is the ultimate pecan pie filling. In there, look, chopped pecans. All chopped up. You can chop them or bash them, whatever. You want bits. In there, brown sugar. Now, if it's got lumps in like this, just give it a little squash up. It's not essential to get rid of them all because it's just going to add to the gooiness of the bars. So don't worry about it. Just get rid of some if you can. That'll do. That's fabulous. So in there, a couple of teaspoons of vanilla. Now, the real deal. We want about 3 tablespoons of this actually. So we'll call that 1. We'll call that 2. And we'll call that 3. Officer. There you go. In there, corn syrup. Yes, you can use golden syrup, Probably use maple syrup as well, it will work very well in here. But the thing is, we're using corn syrup, it adds to the bonding and stickiness. Now this is actually smelling incredible. In there, chocolate chips. We've got some egg here, look. Give that a beat in. Just makes it easier. In there. I'm going to go in there with a little bit of salt. And we want to be giving it a mix. Come on. Oh, look at that lot. That smells absolutely amazing. That really does. The bourbon, the vanilla, the chocolate. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay, so take our base, our biscuit base. So you guessed it, we want that lot on there. Oh, that is ridiculous. That smell is off the charts. Okay, we need to dress it up. We want some pecans on the top of there. We want some chocolate chips. Come on. Okay, whack that in the oven. It goes in the oven for about 35 minutes. Okay, that's time up. What a smell. It's fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Come on, let's get that out of there. Oh, look at that. Okay, let's let it cool down completely and we're going to cut a slice. Now that is the ultimate goo. That's chocolate bourbon pecan pie bars made. Just look at that. Look how gooey that is, I can see already. Right, it's not completely cold, but you know me, we're not going to wait. We are going to get in somehow. Well, how big do we want to go down there? Come on. Oh yeah, this is gooey. Crusty edge actually. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Shortbread biscuit, pecans, all those chocolate chips. All that goo in there, look at that. That is sensational. That is off the charts. And you know you want a bit of pure sea salt on there. Come on. Oh yes. Now that has got to be the ultimate in Southern hospitality. Chocolate bourbon pecan pie bars. Look at those. This has got to be the ultimate Southern dessert. Look at that. Shortbread biscuit, buttery. We got a whole lot of sticky goo going on here. You know, that's our pecan pie filling with our bourbon. Oh, and our chocolate. And oh, come on. Oh, my mouth is so watery. Oh, heck. That is ridiculous. Oh man, that is so sticky in there with a buttery biscuit. We got our pecans and that sprinkling of sea salt over the top. Pow! Bourbon wise, well, we know it's in there, but it sure don't taste of a lot of bourbon. There's a nice underlying flavour. It's absolutely sensational. Wow, sensational. The Southern dessert you just really didn't know you needed, and you do. There you go. Fantastic dessert. Easy to make. Share with your friends. Tell them how easy this is. I mean, this is, and the flavour is off the charts. It's a heck of a dessert. If you like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and we'll catch you in the next video. Cheers. Oh man.